27 degrees, keeping closer to the weatherman's 25 today. So I got a bit bold and went 28. Yeah, I win. Tuesday, February 25th, and I'm so elated because coming up right after this, Whiskey Foxtrot. Let's kick it off. I don't want to be a legend.
Galaxy,
Hi Gear, hi Steve Baker, hi Peggy Nora Sweetheart, love you.
Right, so we've got a lot of people starting to join us now for Facebook Live. Now what I'll do, I'll get Barbara to transpose that over to YouTube. We'll give you a copy of this afterwards. Yeah, most people just bin it. They don't want to relive the experience. Really.
Steve, I'm sure if you get in touch with Michelle Williams from Whiskey Foxtrot, they may like their videos played through you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, we'll talk about not only your music, but some fan questions like literally how do we get hold of you, stuff like that. Do you respond?
Hello,
you know what I mean?
Norway
it's not
from
going to
New
be
Zealand.
the average 12
We'll be
straight
chatting to you
questions that
soon
you would
after
expect from a
this.
DJ. We like to have a bit of fun. I heard Barbara
Hi,
say, give me some
Cheryl.
cheek. I welcome it. I really, really do, because you know, I thrive on that sort of stuff. We're Kiwis. We're Kiwis. We can get away with it. Having said that, we may introduce you to the 5 questions from the 50 Shades of Grant as well,
Hello,
which is
out there, sweetheart.
absolutely hilarious. It really, really is.
Everyone.
So, you know, as I say, you know, it's not going to be your average one, but we will talk about your music in depth. No ads. We'll put in some ID stingers, but no ads. This is about you guys and your music. I think ads detracts the attention from what we're trying to do here. So it's all about Whiskey Foxtrot today.
That's pretty special.
It is. It really, really is. And I congratulate you, especially I congratulate Michelle for getting through to us and being able to get you this far.
Yeah, I've been talking since, it might have been November last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Organising this.
Nice. I know we have had some of their music
Yeah.
for a little while. Yeah, exactly. I really do.
Hi Cheryl, how's Brandon?
Hello, Cheryl. Welcome along. And everybody that's watching us today on Facebook Live, I've got to thank you so much. Really, really elated because today Whiskey Foxtrot is joining us, North Carolina.
Gear's tuned in, and also is Steve Baker. And Steve Baker, he's Whiskey Foxtrot. Looks like having a beer, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Anyway, I'll put this... No, we've still got a couple of minutes yet.
You could turn the music up for a little while, that's
you
nice.
would?
Yeah.
Okay.
well, I'm still young, feel twice my age.
So which one's singing on this, we could ask?
Yeah.
Well, just turned 21, the good times ain't no fun.
Aren't they, everyone on Facebook Live, just fantastic for the age they are singing like this? It's great.
Just before we go to air, just want to have
Oh, good. Now, how many people tuned in?
5,999,000.
Wow.
So, not bad. Not bad. Almost 6 million people.
Hi, Don. Love you.
Oh, that's about an average hour for us.
That's too cool.
Yeah, yeah.
How's
so,
Arizona,
now you see
Dawn?
why it's hard to get an interview.
Right, yeah.
It's not
And
because I'm
Steve,
pretty.
how's Nashville?
Well, neither, I mean, I'm not, but Seth is. So.
So they tell me. So who is singing this? Is it you, Seth?
Yes, sir.
Thought so.
Yeah, it's me.
I see.
He's the guilty one for this nice song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see he likes good friends of ours, Blackberry Smoke.
Yes.
Oh yeah, man. All about some Blackberry Smoke now.
Believe me, we've known them for a long time.
Yeah, they're friends
That's
of
too
ours.
cool.
They are
Along-
friends of
yeah,
ours. They really, really are.
Along with D.B. Bryant. They might know D.B. Bryant.
They
too.
might know D.B. Bryant.
In Greensboro, South Carolina, though.
Right.
Hi,
Anyway,
John Snyder. How are you?
Let's hope this works, right? I
Enjoy,
hope the IT guys
enjoy
and the
today.
engineers have got this
Hi,
right.
Chris.
Guys, I'm going to put you through to the desk. So if anything goes wrong, now's the time it's going to do it.
We do have a
Yeah, with the-
Last
But
song.
we still won't be cut off the internet.
no.
Thank you, Steve. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 11 after 11 o'clock. It's all the 11s right now, 27 degrees. That was my prediction. Well, no, actually, No,
that was
that's
Barbara's
mine.
prediction earlier on, so we've surpassed that. Now we're coming back again, but still, we haven't reached lunchtime yet. I think there's still plenty of day to go. Tuesday, February 25th, and I've got to welcome along everybody that's following us on Facebook right now. Absolutely honoured. I'm elated to meet Whiskey Foxtrot. Hello, guys.
How's it going?
Yeah.
It is an absolute pleasure to have you guys with us, and believe me, I'm a big fan.
Thank you so much. We're glad to be on board with you.
Now, having said that, I got to ask you straight away, how did you come up with the name Whiskey Foxtrot?
Oh man, I'll let you tell
Well,
that story. You tell it the
That's
best.
a pretty funny story. So I also fly airplanes. I'm a pilot. And so we use the phonetic alphabet all the time. And long story short, we were playing a show one night, and I got my car blocked into a parking lot. And I was on the phone with the police dispatch trying to read in the license plate number. And being from the southern U.S., I just sounded like a redneck, and they couldn't understand me. So I started using the phonetic alphabet. And then when we decided to start the band, we were trying to figure it out. And with Seth's last name being Williams and my last name being Foster, we just went with Whiskey Foxtrot.
Now I understand. I get it. I really, really do. You guys have been together now, what, since 2017?
Yep, we started, I think our first official show as Whiskey Foxtrot was July 2017.
Yep.
But we've been playing with each other for about 5 years now. But officially as Whiskey Foxtrot about 3 years now.
Nice, nice. Now, how did you meet?
It was between a mutual friend. He set up a open jam kind of get together, a songwriters kind of round, and that was one of the first times we had met. That was probably back in 2016, somewhere in there, and ever since then we've always kind of been in contact, and we kind of had the same goals. Wanted to start a band, and we were both aspiring songwriters and things like that. So it just kind of made sense. I knew some guys, he knew some guys, and a little time went by, and next thing we know, we had a band together.
Yep.
You know, I absolutely love that because I think that is the birth of the American dream for a musician, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. All I've ever wanted to do was just make music with some of my best friends in the world, and lucky enough to get to do that every night.
Absolutely.
Exactly, and believe me, I'm very, very envious myself, I got to be honest with you. So, I don't want to be a legend. That's what kicked off our show this morning. Tell me all about it. How did you come to the lyrics of that?
Well, as that's kind of a little bit about the music journey itself. You know, sometimes it can get hard, and it's a long road. But yet again, through meeting people like Sanio and putting together a band, there's also a good side that a lot of people don't get to see. But that's kind of like the ups and downs, the roller coaster of the musician life, kind of the story of that.
Believe me, I have been around musicians all my life. Preaching to the choir right now. You really, really are. I've experienced a lot of it. Because not only have I been a DJ, but I've been an engineer as well for 40-something years. Not only studio, but front of house, and travelled around the world with some of the bigger names back in the day. But have never gone away from absolutely loving original music. That's, I think, where it's at. And you guys have quality work. Now, as an engineer, I don't listen to music as a fan would. I break it down and, you know, listen to it through its increments. So you can understand when I'm sitting there saying to you, I love your work. I really, really do. And I'm hoping that you're not going to just make this a flash in the pan. This is one album, this is another album, and then, well, you know, we're going to go out and solo. Because I think you guys work magically together. Now, having said that, gotta wish your manager all the success in the world, because she's the lady that got in touch with us. I think, Seth, your mother, which is Michelle Williams, really got to applaud that. I really, really do.
Okay.
Big shout out to Michelle Williams. Really want to get that across. Now, want to let you know too, 62 countries, 94 cities are tuned in around the world right now. We are going to get
It's
you.
incredible.
We're getting you global right now. This is the start of what we call the Galaxy promotion. Now, weight of the world. Tell me all about it.
Well, like I said, me and Sam come together as a duo first, but that was actually one that was as a solo album of mine a few years before. That one was on that one, and you know, with the goal with Whiskey Foxtrot was to, since we come together as a duo, we wanted to get a group of guys, 2 songwriters, and see what 2 songwriters could do with one core group of musicians. And so that was one that had some studio musicians, and actually our drummer Steve, he played on that album. So that's kind of like when we come together, I kind of knew some guys, Sam kind of knew some guys. That was how that happened. But that was a solo project before. But
I think we put it on an acoustic live record that we did when we first started. In 2017. One of our first few shows that we played together, officially recorded it just to have something to put out there.
Absolutely love it. I really do. Believe me, when I was saying you'll get copies of this and that, literally you'll get copies of photos that have been taken from staff members in the studio here as well. The stuff behind the scenes that everybody else won't get to see. So believe me. And at the same time, you can put them on your phone, show your friends, you know, this is New Zealanders, they're Kiwis. Not healthy. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Stress, I tell you. You know, it's a bloody Kiwi. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. And Whiskey Foxtrot joins us. Weight of the world, right here at Galaxy.
Hi Chris, just type in www.galaxyfm.co.nz.
94 cities, something like that. That's insane. That is insane.
It's the truth.
And go to my radio streams.
You were talking about Michelle, that's my mama, you know, we call her the boss lady.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody comes up with questions about booking or questions about stuff, promotion or stuff, we just say, we point out to mama, we go, talk to boss lady over there.
She's in charge.
She's got all the paperwork and everything.
You know something?
So they can just
I have a couple in the room here and the same words. See the boss.
That's right.
At the same time, Michelle, Barbara here, she runs another company called Aurora Entertainments, which brings bands and everything like that into the country and sets up shows, all that sort of stuff. And so through this interview, I'm going to ask you if you consider coming and playing in front of New Zealand audiences. I'll just give you a heads up now, because believe me,
Absolutely.
But having said that, we're Kiwis. We're crazy. You don't. You don't.
Well, we've got a friend of ours that's done some videos for us, and he's a Kiwi as well, so we learned firsthand.
Right. You couldn't get better. You couldn't get better, literally. And I hope you're going to bring him home.
We just might bring him with us.
Yeah, do that. Do that. Yeah, of course, he can guide you through the finer points of being a Kiwi. Absolutely.
How long's he been in the US?
Yeah, how long's he been in the US?
A pretty good while. He just got his citizenship, I think, within the last year.
Okay.
But he's been here a long time, married with kids and everything. Yeah.
Nice,
Oh,
nice. Well, I tell you what.
He may not know the Kiwi way like he used to know.
You may see Old Glory flying in the background here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was born in Phoenix.
No way, that's cool.
Yeah, I was. And I was kind of dropped off. The stalk dropped me off in New Zealand. Long story short, my father was a television guy. He was contracted to the New Zealand government here. Vietnam happened. He thought this was the safest country in the world to leave at least one of his kids. So I apparently put my hand up at the right time.
And look what we ended up with.
And look what we got. Yeah, unfortunately, you have to suffer. Let's go back to the desk.
Hi, Cheryl, darling, I love you.
Right. Thank y'all so much.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 22 after 11 o'clock, 29 degrees. That's one better than my prediction, Barbara, it really is. Tuesday, February 25th, and I couldn't be more elated, literally joined, coming out of North Carolina, is Whiskey Foxtrot, and literally joined by the founders, the two founders themselves. Of course, I'm talking about Seth Williams, Sam Foster. Thank you guys for taking time out and joining us, talking about your music and the origins of Whiskey Foxtrot. Now, at the same time, I better get a fan question in here before I get told off. How do we get hold of you? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Facebook? But more importantly, guys, do you respond?
Absolutely. We're on pretty much all the major social media. Facebook as Whiskey Foxtrot. Instagram as Whiskey Foxtrot Music. Whiskey Fox NC on Twitter. And absolutely we respond. We're very active and try and keep up with everybody. Don't want to leave everybody hanging because it's people that support us and follow us and come to the shows that make this thing work. And without them, we can't do it. So we want to make sure we talk to everybody that we can.
Exactly. It's your modern day database for your fans these days, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, / supporters, because I'm not sure whether, it's an insult to call them a fans anymore. Maybe they're all supporters, of course, of Whiskey Foxtrot. Now, I'm not going to apologise because you answered that. Another 5,000 Facebook fans coming your way. You're going to be there all day, every day.
Sounds good to me. Man, that's just job security. That's right.
There you go. Now, having said that, do you have a website? And on that website, do you have a merch store?
We do. WhiskeyFoxtrotmusic.com. We got bio links to all the shows. We've got a merchandise store set up and everything. Yep.
Yeah, I feel sorry for you because now you're just going to make money.
That's a pitiful us. That's
Yeah, it's hard to be a musician apparently. Up until you get merchandise. Literally, I was talking to a band the other day. They actually have a toy truck. Lady from Australia. She's sung with the Ice Road Truckers and worked with these guys for a little while and coming out of Australia. but some of her merchandise actually has trucks on it with her face and everything like that going out the door, I tell you. You know, just thinking out of the box. Now, having said that, we think out, well, actually we don't think there's a box, the earth is round anyway. Let's get creative and build one. What do you reckon?
Alright.
Okay.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, then I'm going to say to you, how about coming down to the Antipodes down here in New Zealand, land of the long white cloud, and doing a few shows down this way?
When, we'll make it happen. Absolutely.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, keep in touch with Barbara. As I said, she organises bands from offshore to come in and takes care of things like helps with visas and all that sort of stuff. It's better coming from within our country than on the other side. So do that, but consider this, and I did say to you that we're crazy. You don't have to be crazy to be a part of New Zealand, but it helps.
Well, I think we got a little bit of that covered.
Yeah, believe me, they didn't hire me for my face.
Me either.
There you go, it's all about the talent, that's for sure. Now, having said that, when you're here in New Zealand, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, this is a caterpillar on steroids. It's big, it's white, it's got a black head, and what you do is when you put your live body in your mouth and rip off the head, when you crunch down on this, it tastes like creamy peanut butter.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, that's going to be Sam's favorite.
I've got a severe peanut allergy, so that might be catastrophic.
yeah, we don't want the peanut bug getting into your system then. But seriously, it really, really does. I'll make sure that Barbara sends you copies of the instructional videos so you can see that we're not pulling your leg. Literally, we really do these things here. The indigenous folks of New Zealand called the Maori did this way back in the day. Still do it today. And down the west coast of the South Island. And I've got to let you know, we consist of 3 islands. A little one down the bottom, then a pretty skinny medium one, and then the North Island where we are right now. And down the west coast of the South Island, there's a thing called the Wild Foods Festival that we take our artists to and take part. Well, really, we kind of deep fry stuff you really shouldn't deep fry.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, but
Not like Fritos or Twinkies or anything?
well, you never know. I'm still waiting for the store where you dip women in chocolate. Every year I ask, I really do, you know, is it next year? And believe me, I'm getting old now, I'm starting to wonder.
Yeah, that was going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, exactly. Now, at the same time, while we're down that way, we'll take you to Fox Glacier, show you the Fox Glacier. Now, this is a real glacier that is consistently on the move, has been for millions and millions of years. Absolutely stunning, it really, really is. Then we'll just go a little bit further down and go to Queenstown. Now, Queenstown is let me fill you in here. This is a little town, city kind of thing where all the A-listers from around the world go to hide out to get away from all their friends that they take with them. Shania Twain, she owns property down there. Kevin Costner was there not so long ago. Tom Cruise was down there not so long ago. So, you know, it's one of these little boutique kind of city towns. You know what I mean?
Rising up to it.
And we're going to take you there by aeroplane just to scare the hell out of you.
There you go.
Believe me, it's fun. It really, really is. And I'm a skydiver, and I get literally a little bit of anticipation as we fly in there every time. Literally. Big ass mountains right in front of you. Bang, you're there. Anyway, having said that, while we're down there, I don't know, Barbara, we'll throw them off a bridge.
Are you
Put them off the bridge.
Yeah, we'll throw you off a bridge. What we have down there is a thing called bungee jumping.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing you're not Australian, we'll attach the bungee. after that, have you ever heard of a zorb?
Oh, what? I have heard of a zorb.
A zorb. Yeah, it's a big clear ball.
Okay.
Right, now, plenty of mason jars beforehand. You might need a few afterwards as well, but literally we'll just roll you down a hill.
Well, that sounds fun. I used to do that as a kid, so that's cool.
Except he wasn't in the big old ball, though.
Yeah.
Exactly, and what we'll do is we'll put some people in front of you to run away from you. Human Skittles kind of thing. Now, the more of these, the more funny the expressions on their faces you go over top of them. It really is. It really is. But when you get out, there might be a few extra juices in there. We'll have to hose it out, right?
Especially after you eat that caterpillar or whatever you talk about.
Well, you know, hey, listen, I do it. I do. I've had many in my time now, literally. As I said, I do parachute and everything like that as well. So if you ever want to step out of a perfectly good airplane, I don't mind doing a tandem. I really, really don't. I've been doing it for, well, about 35 years.
We'll let you and Brad do that. That's a nice player. We'll let you and Brad handle that one.
Yep. I'd be honoured to take Brad for a step out, for sure, literally. He's your bass player, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
Nice. And also, Terry, he's your steel guitar. Love the steel guitar.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, somebody did some research, you see, so I'm lucky. All I have to do is look down every now and again, read a couple of lines, and be able to look intelligent doing it. Yeah, got the world fooled, I really, really do. Having said that, now, where we are right now, here in Kawerau, we actually are we're in the middle of about 3 cities. We have Whakatane to one side. Now, that had an island called White Island. It's a volcano. It blew up just a few months ago and killed a number of people, about 21 people, to be very honest, off a cruise ship. And then, on the other hand, on the other side of us, we have a traditional Maori city. It's a tourist kind of place. You can go along, watch all the geysers, all that sort of stuff out at Hell's Gate, show you how they cooked in hot water back in the day, all sorts of things there. Huge education there, and believe me, it's a lot of fun, but you've got to get used to the smell of sulphur. You know what I mean? Much like Yellowstone.
Yeah.
That kind of deal. But then we have Tauranga, which is an export city of ours. A big shipping city. We import-export a lot of stuff, including forestry logs, which is pretty much going offshore. Where we are actually a milling town, so we're pretty much sending all of our logs offshore right now through our mill as well, if you know what I mean. And that's our major employment. And as I said to you, I go driving and nobody else wants to come with me. That's because I'm enjoying the music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, a little, I don't know, are you right-footed on the gas pedal or left-footed?
It's, what is it over here? It's right foot on the gas.
Yeah. So all in favour of saving fuel economy, lift your right foot. I get it. Well, you know, I am not. I kind of like my right foot being down a little bit. You know, most people don't. They really don't. Especially if they're driving in the back with me at the time. So that's why I do this alone. Now, at the same time, are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The very, very first series, right from the very, very start at Hobbiton, well, that is Middle Earth. It's only just about an hour and a half drive from where we are right now. So we're going to take you to the original set and spend some time down there, have a good look around, see how they made Lord of the Rings.
Fantastic.
Well, we already look like the characters from the movie, so we'll fit right in.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a hobbit.
Okay. I do suggest that you wear shoes. They'll call you one of those footsies things, won't they?
Oh,
Yeah, the hairy foots or whatever they are. So then we'll go and check out the Orcs from Auckland. Now, let's go and have a meal. Get on the juices on the Hauraki Golf or the Hauraki Golf in Auckland. Take in the ambience and go and do a couple of shows. Get into trouble. I hope that Michelle's going to have plenty of bail money.
Oh, yeah. We'll have plenty.
Yeah,
We might have to scrounge up some from the cup holder in the truck, but we'll have some left over.
I get it. I really do. But believe me, I'm a little bit mischief. I like to have a few shenanigans, if you know what I mean. So,
You too.
Yep.
love it, love it. We're going to get on so well. At the same time, Michelle, Barbara is an Olympic shopper.
Olympic shopper.
So I'm down.
She's down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of figured.
Right.
I kind of figured. You
Boss
know,
ladies and
believe me, it's the corporate pedicure thing, isn't it? It really is. But they've never suited me, unfortunately. Never mind. It is 25 away from 12 o'clock. 6 seconds, 6 days. Tell me about 6 seconds, 6 days.
Well, that was actually one of my songs, and it's actually about my dad and his racing career. And I also did a little racing myself. But we do over here in America what's called mud racing, which is about the most redneck thing you could possibly do. It's just take a high horsepower vehicle and run it through the mud, either the furthest or the fastest than anyone else. And we did that for years. And so that's just a little story about that and what I grew up around and saw coming up. And I think the guys in the band definitely got the vibe right, and we just went in the studio, and I think we just about blew out the speakers with it.
Well, I got to be honest with you. Since we've been playing this, we've had 1,290 requests, 91 requests, and people are starting to notice this particular track. They really, really are. So right here at Galaxy is Whiskey Foxtrot, 6 seconds, 6 days. Gosh, it's warm. Did you say you're famous?
I guess we are now.
You are now, literally. And
Man, we appreciate this, man. We're having a good time.
oh look, believe
Hi,
me.
Chris. Glad
As
you've
I
got
said,
the sound
we only
back.
like good music. You guys have got good music, so it's only natural now. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have a job. You know what I mean? So
People like you wouldn't be out there doing it, man.
well, it's an absolute pleasure to be able to break this sort of music to the world through our pathways. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I really don't know how the hell we got that many numbers. I really don't. We started, about 7 years ago, doing stuff like this?
Oh, 6.
6 years
6
ago?
years,
Something like
yes.
that. So we've done 1 or 2 interviews in the past. And for some reason they seem to enjoy what we do and then go and tell their friends hook in. Before you know it, we've got this number following us every day, and by God, I would hate to buy them all a beer. But I don't mind if they donate $1.
Yeah, we should start
That's right.
Yeah, just believe me,
A
to my
dollar-
retirement fund. Give me
We
$1.
should start a $1 donation, so anyone that's interested, there
Yeah.
is a tip jar, I think, on our website.
You know, I'm not old enough to own a coffin yet, but if you start sending me $1 now, I promise, sooner or later, I won't own one. I won't. Oh no, hell no, they're not going to give me a coffin. Believe me, it's a box in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do that for
Can't do
health,
that.
health and safety, no.
Health and safety.
Not allowed
Hey,
to be
listen,
buried
health
in
and
your
safety,
own
you're looking after
backyard.
you. You know Darth Vader, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know the one thing he's got?
What's that?
Yeah, his sword thing?
Yeah, the lightsaber?
Yeah, well, that's what Barbara's got. I'm damn sure of it. It is a health and safety issue.
It just don't come across your face with that.
Yeah,
damn thing.
exactly. Look, it's a hard hat area. It really.
I feel the same way being in this band.
Yeah, well, okay, you know, not quite a road crash, but we'll meet you there. There was a guy sitting in a plane one day, and literally you said you're a pilot. Well, I fly planes as well, but this time I was actually being flown by some friends of ours, and they were having a few difficulties up front, and the guy next to me is just absolutely peeking out. You know what I mean? He was absolutely, yeah. And he goes, "Do you think we're going to crash?" I says, No. Don't worry about the plane. It'll take us right to the scene.
The first one at the scene of the crash.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll be right. This is why do you think they give you those masks?
Right.
It's so you won't recognise the ground's coming and that ground won't recognise you.
No, they make you pass out first.
Yeah,
that would be
yeah,
nice.
Of course it is, yeah.
They put you all to sleep. We're going to crash. You're all going to sleep. No,
Yeah, but what
no.
if you just, finally get it back up and running and then, everybody wakes up and goes, are we dead? That would be a lot of laughs. Anyway, let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 19 away from 12 o'clock. It is 30 degrees downtown. Want to let you know, guys, 92.8 Fahrenheit in the office here right now. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have air conditioning, as you would know it. It's called Open the Bloody Window. It really is here.
The Kiwi
Yeah, we go for the expensive stuff. You don't push. You're right. Wait for a breeze. Problem is, we're in a basin and, well, we have our own weather cells here. No breeze, literally. Barbara, about an hour away from where, she lives about an hour away from where we are right now. And she gets a whole different kind of weather cell to what we get. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Just minutes away, no rain, So that happens. Having said that, Barbara is on a farm, so she has animals and everything like that she's got to worry about, especially right now, seeing we're in a drought, literally, and begging for some rain. Got to be honest, we really are. Now, guys, your influences are the Blackberry Smoke, the Allman Brothers, Tom Petty, American Aquarium, and Waylon Jennings. How did you come to the style of music that you play right now?
Basically, it was just everybody in the band has so many different influences. But those that you just listed off, that was kind of the core of what we're all centered back to. We each have so much other stuff that we listen to. Like Brad, our bass player, he, was a funk and hard rock guy. Terry was deep into the blues, and I go, the Bruce Springsteen kind of stuff. And it's this whole melting pot of everything.
Basically to me, what you're saying is now take all of that, put it in a blender, press frappe, we have Whiskey Foxtrot.
That's it, yeah.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Because believe me, I hear all of that in every part of your music. I really, really do. And by the way, I think the boss, well, hey, you couldn't go without him, could you?
Really?
Yeah, he did a show here in New Zealand way back in the day. And being a front of house venue engineer at the time, well, I got the job.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, he gave me all of 2 minutes and said, thanks, kid, and then moved on.
Well, at least you got that.
Yeah, exactly. I managed to have a couple of drinks with the band, E Street, if you know what I mean. So that made up for it, but he sort of disappeared very, very quickly. But he did make a point of saying, thanks, kid, at the time.
Yeah.
Not bad for a 30-year-old. Yeah, made me feel like I was 18. Loved it. Absolutely did. Now, at the same time, Seth Williams and, of course, Sam Foster, you guys have been musicians prior to meeting up with each other. When did you start writing music?
I started playing guitar when I was around 11 or 12 years old, and as soon as I started learning chords and learned how to play other songs, is when I wanted to figure out how to write my own songs. So with my guitar teacher for a while, we were writing songs together, and then I stopped taking lessons, and I was about 16, and I heard Bruce Springsteen, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to write songs, and it's been on ever since then.
You know, I can relate to that. I really, really can. The first time I ever saw a major band, I think I was about 9 years of age and came from a little West Coast town in the South Island. Never seen the likes of it, and won a couple of tickets. My mother took me to Wellington, which is our capital city, and we went to go and see the show. Absolutely blew me away, and just looked at Mum and went, I want to do that. She goes, what? And it was a Gary Glitter show, of all things.
Wow.
Back in those days, he was cool.
Right.
Yeah. Later we learned. But, you never know. Exactly. Now, having said that, guys, and I told you that we're a little crazy here in New Zealand, I think it's time that we went down the road of the 5 questions of 50 Shades of Grey. What do you reckon, guys?
Let's get to it.
Everybody here moaned. Everybody in this room moaned. They really, really did. So, let's get it underway. Boris Johnson, he's the Prime Minister of the UK. He's only just won that. Right here, we're just starting to look at elections. And our Prime Minister, lovely lady by the name of Jacinda Ardern, absolutely brilliant, really, really is. And Angela Merkel, Chancellor of Germany, then there's Donald Trump. Which one's the odd one out?
I have no idea.
Donald Trump. The rest of them are actually politicians.
Lord.
Besides, he is the colour of his almost impeachment.
Yeah.
Now, are you familiar with James Bond?
Oh, that's
Okay, just the other day, the new James Bond, would you believe, is going to be a black man.
okay.
Yep, really, really true. But having said that, the movie that they're just about to complete right now with Daniel Craig as the last James Bond broke his ankle and had to have 12 weeks down while, and this is how it came to a black man, literally, while he was down. The franchise owners, everything like that, literally got together and discussed how we can freshen up James Bond. So they decided they're going to make him a woman. Now, to the disgust of the world, literally, no, you can't do that. Ian Fleming wrote him in as a man. I mean, Moneypenny's Moneypenny, but, you know, not James Bond. So they thought about that and thought they would cross-reference that of James Bond and a woman, and now they've come up with a gay James Bond. Yeah, you know what they're going to call him?
Yeah.
07. Now, I want to retract that straight away because the good people that does James Bond, yes, he is a black man, and I have no idea whether he's gay or not. So that's just a joke that we have put together here at Galaxy. Let's do a disclaimer on that one. I'm being told off, literally. Yeah, I am. Anyway, have you ever tried vegan sausages?
No.
Are they made of real vegans? Just, yeah, like Girl Guide biscuits, eh?
What was that?
Like Girl Guide biscuits. Were they? Girl Guide biscuits? Oh, never mind. You don't want, like female scouts. Maybe a product that we're used to this end of the world. Don't worry about it. You see, we are upside down. Apparently, the blood rushes to our head every now and again. Anyway, moving on. Right now, here in New Zealand, the government is at a standstill. It doesn't know what to do because, well, they can't make up their mind on this particular thing. So they've asked the public for a referendum on medical marijuana. What's your view of it? Do you think that we should legalise medical marijuana?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
I do too. I really do. And I've got to be honest with you, if it helps in some way and doesn't put money in any pharmaceutical company's pocket, I'm all for it. I really, really am. Having said that, I was walking down the main street of the town where I'm in right now and had a little old man drive up to me in one of those cart things, you know, those sidework surfer things, you know, with the flag and all of that sort of stuff. He comes riding on up to me. He goes, Grant, I've heard that marijuana oil is good for your joints.
Sure, yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Exactly. I said, I didn't know that. Really? He was dead serious. So, yeah, okay. Fair enough. Now, the other referendum that we're having here in New Zealand, a little bit of a difficult one, is euthanasia. What's your take on euthanasia? Do you think we should adopt this? You know, I know it is a serious question. It really, really is. But you'll understand at the end of the question why I'm asking it. So, do you think those who are of sound mind, but their body is giving up on them, should be able to have the right to be able to ask to be put to sleep?
We've got our own personal thoughts on it. We usually try not to take a political stance as a band, just for the fact that we all have different views, so we've never really discussed it, especially a topic that heavy as openly like that.
You know, that's a good dodge. I like that.
That's a good dodge.
That's a good dodge.
I've got my beliefs and Seth has his and all the other guys do, and we usually just try to keep to ourselves on that because we don't all believe the same thing.
Exactly, and that's all well and good. It really, really is. But I'll let you know what mine is. You see, I want to go in my sleep like my grandfather did, unlike the passengers in his car at the time. So that's the 5 questions of 50 Shades of Grant right here at Galaxy. Now,
Tough. Those are really tough.
not bad, are they? So having said that, we come to the breeze. Now, I like a bit of breeze. We need a bit of air conditioning in here. Tell me all about it, because believe me, this was the first song that I heard of yours and absolutely loved it. Tell me about the breeze.
That's just a good old summertime song, I guess. You know, it's just I don't know. I actually wrote it on my front porch, man, and it just come together like that. And it was one of those songs I wasn't sure to take it to the band or not, and I just finally decided to take it to them and see what they thought. And it was like a rocket from there. We all put in our thoughts and put in our own little twist on it. And I think that's a signature Whiskey Foxtrot song now.
I got to agree. I really, really do. Because believe me, guys, as I said, it was the very first song that I heard. And as I say to you, I don't know who I'm listening to, any information at all. I'm just given something and listen to it while, you know, you're making up your mind. I pulled the car over, literally, turned up the music, opened up the doors, cracked a cold one, and enjoyed...
That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Exactly, and enjoyed the breeze. So right here at Galaxy, here's Whiskey Foxtrot, Breeze.
Right there on the side. That is one.
How's that, guys?
Right. We might have to put that in our bio.
It's true, it really is. Believe me, as I said, nobody else wants to drive with me, but, you know, I was taking in the ambience of where I was at the time, in the middle of a forest, overlooking a lot more forest, and listening to the song. And just turned up the stereo and went, this is the clincher, this is the one I want to do the interview with, you know, because it was the very first song that I heard. So, yeah, nothing better than sitting literally on the bonnet of my car, listening to your music, having a beer, overlooking this forestry of hills, and brilliant, stunning.
Yeah.
On a hot summer's day too, by the way. It was damned hot. It really was. But I enjoyed it. And you see, For me, as I said, I'm an engineer. It's not always an instant I want to do this. It may take a song or two or three, but when I turned this on and sat back and listened to it, because I originally was listening in the car while I was driving and I couldn't quite hear it over the gravel road, so I decided to pull over, go back, have another listen to it, and grabbed a beer, literally, sat on the bonnet, turned up the stereo, and damn well enjoyed it. And by the end of it, I said, yep, we do the interview.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. That's too cool.
Now, the next part, this part I'm going to come up to, we're going to lead into you doing tours where you are. Summer's coming, you know what I mean? Have you got any bookings, stuff like that? Let's promote the hell out of you. At the same time, Michelle, I hope you're going to use the Galaxy artist page and exploit it, please. Everything.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Put as much information in there as possible, where you are, what you're doing, how you're doing it, all that sort of stuff. You know, links to be able to get to
Because
whatever
it's
you
about
can.
the artist,
T-shirts,
not
it's all about
really
you guys.
about
It's there for you guys.
Galaxy, but the
Please use
artist.
it. Be creative, literally.
Okay.
Anything
Nice.
silly,
Yep, and Michelle, I don't know whether I should
Silly
apologise or not so
photos,
far, but I hope
silly
you're enjoying
videos.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, we're having a good time.
Yeah, this is
man.
great.
it. Nice. Nice. I'll also, at the end of this, we'll do a couple of videos, some crazy photos. We'll send you all of that sort of stuff. And we'll transpose this over so that it's on YouTube. You can either share it, dump it, whatever. Personally, you know, I wouldn't want to redo it all over again, but you never know. You might find something funny in there somewhere. And we'll do a couple of videos, one for our website. Now, with the amount of traffic that we have go through our website, and believe me, it's a hell of a lot,
Yeah.
they don't just live stream from our site, they get nosy, go and have a look around in there. And believe me, Michelle, sometimes I feel very oogled. Yes, some of my pages, oh my gosh. But what we'll do is we'll do a video, a basic shout out that we'll put on the homepage. That's what people see first, go and have a look through first. They go and have a look on the internet to find out who you are, and before you go, know it, another 5,000 Instagram fans this time, and I'm not going to apologise.
That's all right. We're here for it.
Nice. At the same time, if you're doing any new work, please come back. We would love to be able to do this again
Absolutely.
and release music to the world if we can. We would love to be able to do that. If you're pressing any CDs or anything like that, we would certainly love to be able to do a competition. You know, keep Whiskey Foxtrot rolling here at Galaxy. Keep it fresh in people's minds. So that,
Yeah, man.
you know, or even maybe if this is subliminal, people actually go and look. Today, Chris Andreas,
Yeah,
coming
from
out of Canada. Yeah, absolutely.
Vancouver.
It is purely, you know, people go and look at this. Go and look at it.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Especially when we're doing on Facebook, everybody wants to know about it. So if you've got any spare shirts or anything like that, be honoured to be able to do interviews in the future wearing your logo. Let's go back to the desk. Oops. See, I told you were dangerous.
No, it's up to 30.
It is. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 1 away from lunchtime, 12 o'clock, 31 degrees. It's hot. It really is hot right here at Galaxy, and believe me, you can feel every degree, you really can. That takes us to 93 degrees, 0.3 Fahrenheit in the office here. Yep, getting warm, time for a cold one, I think. Tuesday, February 25th, and I'm joined, absolutely elated to be joined by, of course, Whiskey Foxtrot. Now, having met you guys, and I'm sure you're regretting ever doing this now, And I'm sure there's going to be deep discussions with Michelle in the background after we're finished. I really appreciate you guys coming on and taking part of the show. I really, really do. Over the winter time, I find that that's a good time to write songs. I hear a lot of that from a lot of artists from every walk of the world. But you're coming into summer. Any gigs that you got on, anything planned at the moment, anything where we can send our fans that you can tell everybody about right now?
Well, yeah, we're touring all over the place, going all up and down the east coast of the U.S., southeastern U.S., anyone listening in wants to come check out where we are, if we're anywhere close, you can find us at whiskeyfoxtrotmusic.com. We've got all the tour dates posted in there. Hopefully, we'll come over to New Zealand sooner than later.
Yeah, we want you. We really, really do. And I'll be honest with you, it's purely selfish. Besides about making a bit of money, it's literally we like to be able to get Kiwi bands on Kiwi stages in front of Kiwi audiences with qualified overseas people. You know, it's all about learning. They could learn something from you. You never know. You might learn something from them at the same time and have a damn good time doing it.
That's right.
It's all about.
And you never know. You might get friends with some of the people that we put as curtain raisers and on entrance bands. And you might want to do a show exactly the way we do it in other parts of the world as well. And I include Australia as well. We've certainly worked something out to be able to make at least, you know, I'm thinking maybe about 5 shows here in New Zealand. Now, 4 will be a paid show. Now, we have a thing in our contract where we do one for the town we're in right now as a bit of community give back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not an over-the-top show like we were expecting from everything else, but, you know, just something to give back to the community, and believe me, they do appreciate it here in Komodo. Then maybe about half a dozen shows in Australia. Not that we like Australia, it's just that we kind of like their money. You know what I mean? Well, I tell you, when you get to Australia, and I'll let you know this, they can't even spell beer. They've got this thing in a can with 4 X's on it.
4 X's on it, right, yeah.
You know, couldn't think of a name? Really? Oh my goodness. But I'm kind of partial to Foster's over there, I've got to be honest with you, I like that. You're so lucky because, believe me, in the 5 questions of 50 Shades of Grant, I didn't go down the Corona sort of, road, you know, the coronavirus. Because, well, you know, I kind of like a slice of Lyme's disease with my coronavirus. I do. It's like whiteworm. Love that too, you know, can't get enough of whiteworm. We call them the peanut butter bug here. Anyway, my friends, now I was talking to you as we were off air before about maybe doing a competition. Now, I would love to be able to do a competition with you guys. Keep your name rolling here at Galaxy 107 FM. But a side thought, next time you're near a couple of recordable 58s, how would you like to do as a couple of voiceovers, a couple of stingers that I could put on the system here and have Whiskey Foxtrot rolling around every now and again with all the other artists, but you do get played. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Nice, because we would be honoured to be able to do that. We really would. But don't ask Barbara for any script or anything like that, because Barbara's got this thing. Literally, they all started to sound the same after a while. So we encourage being a little kind of out of the box. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Yeah.
And I'll give you a good example. I don't know whether you're familiar with a band coming out of Canada by the name of the Roadhammers.
I've never heard of them.
Okay, well, I recommend that, you know, when you've done this, get on the internet, have a look at the interwebby thing, check out the Roadhammers, especially a track called Mud. Now, you were saying about doing the mud sports with your vehicles and stuff like that. This song is all about that. It really is, right? Now, one of those guys, his name is Clayton Bellamy, and he did a voiceover for me just a wee while ago, and literally he says, and I quote, I don't know how I found myself in your bedroom, But thank you for listening to DJ Grant and Galaxy 107 FM.
That's good. That's good. Well, you was giving us like we can be dangerous with something like that when you can say you think outside the box.
If you leave it up to our imagination,
Yeah.
we will go out of this.
I totally encourage that. I really do, as long as there's no four-letter words bigger than that, because I can't understand them.
Okay, we can see it.
Literally, believe me, we've got to keep it clean. But having said that, it would be an honour to be able to have Whiskey Foxtrot saying things like, basically, you're listening to Galaxy 107 FM, we're in the Country Artist Show on a Sunday, or we're in the Artist Show on a Monday, Blues Show on a Tuesday, any of that sort of stuff, you know what I mean? And do, please get creative, because believe me, it stands out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Awesome. There's your challenge for the day. Think about that one. Now, we have one more to go, and yes, I know we're going over time. Turn off the headlights. Now, tell me about this, because believe me, you've got 31,000 requests so far for this song. How did that happen?
Wow.
Sorry.
You explain best, man. You know the story behind it, but
Sorry, 3,100. I'm sorry.
That's still a hefty number.
it's still hefty. Yeah, that's a truckload. Yeah.
Okay.
Turn Off the Headlights, that was a song that Seth wrote. That was one of the first songs we actually ever recorded as a whole band. And we like to describe it as the Black Crows ate the Allman Brothers for lunch, jumped in a pickup truck, and ripped through a cornfield with the headlights off. And that's pretty much it, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, maybe a Marshall stack somewhere in the back of an El Camino, blasting it through a cornfield.
Yeah. It's about, in the song, I think you know, covers an inappropriate topic.
You know something, guys? That's my Friday night.
Yeah. Well, it's about a woman covered in chocolate and deep fried.
There you go.
You might like that.
Bananas.
I'm down for an all-day lick. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Whiskey Foxtrot, turn off the headlights.
Isn't he just naughty?
Oh, yeah, him and Scurry, I've never been.
But he's funny. I just let everyone know that you're naughty.
I am naughty.
But I'm bad. So
Yeah, you're bad. I'm naughty.
It's
Yeah.
my initials that I was born with.
Literally.
Bad.
Yeah. And Beauty and the Beast, of course, as you can recognise. Right. Which one's Beauty? So, guys, I really got to thank you so much for tolerating me and having the time to talk to me. We will wrap it up after this. Again, much love to Michelle. Really good work, Michelle.
Thank you.
And
I
will send you what you request on Messenger after. We've got another meeting after this,
Yeah,
but
we
after
do.
that
Yes.
I'll get everything done.
And
Awesome. Thank you so much.
6,014,000 all told hooked into the show so far.
Wow.
You know, so
Wow.
not bad, guys, not bad.
That's incredible.
Thanks so much for having us on. We really had a good time.
Yeah.
Nice, and I'm sure you will think twice about wanting to do it again, but please do. Will you come back again?
Well, next time we're going to do it in person. We're going to be over across the pond or however.
Damn,
Except we're going to be naked when we do it this time.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't mind.
we don't mind that.
Yeah.
Does that include Michelle?
It's comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all consensual.
Yeah.
There you go. But you're all over that height, right?
They all like they all like sun clubs.
They're all like sun clubs. Yeah, we got a few of those here in New Zealand. We could
One
do
nearby, actually.
Actually, we could do a sun club tour.
We could.
Yeah. You know what? A friend of mine
dear.
got married at a nudist club. Just
nudist club?
Yeah, not so long ago. He says to me, Grant, will you come along? I says, why? Do you want to see who the best man is?
Oh, well.
True, but it's true. That's the problem, it's true. You know, I says, hey, listen, how many donuts can you hang on that thing?
Goodness me, all
He
these
says, don't
people-
worry about it, my wife can eat the last one.
Look,
It's like a weird game
We
of
are on
horseshoes.
Facebook
Kinda is,
Live.
eh?
Please keep it clean.
Hey,
People
listen, it
on
was suggestive. I
e-hundred.
didn't swear.
No, you haven't. You didn't say that. No, but yeah.
It was also
So
it's what you make
whoever's
of it.
listening, I have to apologise, but it's funny.
Don't. Yeah, it's truly me. That's what I am like.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, even the staff are agreeing.
Yeah.
Yay. Didn't get one of you say, hey, listen, that's not right. You're a nice guy.
I just said you to be good.
I'm not a nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have a coffee.
I will.
All right.
Okay. So once we wrap this up, don't go anywhere, guys. We've got a couple of more things that we're going to do.
Is
And,
it long for it to go?
yeah, about a minute. About a minute.
Countdown.
Yeah.
31.
Yep. As soon as
We've
we can
got
switch over to
Seth
the other
and
desk, we'll be right.
Sam here.
Are you alright there, mate? Okay. It is hot. Let's go to the desk.
Chop chop.
Chop chop.
Ooh. Right, it's hot.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 11 after 12 o'clock. It is 31 degrees downtown. And, well, we beat the weatherman by about, 6 degrees today. Shameful. Shameful. Absolutely. He doesn't have a clue when it comes to our biosphere. He really doesn't. Tuesday, February 25th. And I got to thank Whiskey Foxtrot, especially Seth Williams and Sam Foster coming out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Salem, is this the place where they used to hang witches?
That was up in, I think, Massachusetts. We don't associate with them.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
We're like the tobacco capital, Winston-Salem.
Okay. Well, I don't mind if you send me a few, container loads.
We'll have our people talk to your people.
Yeah. That's a great idea. Slip in some
We'll have our boss lady talk to your boss. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, throw in a few boxes of moonshine. I'd be grateful. I really would.
Oh, we can hook you up. Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of which, are you familiar with the TV and internet series Moonshiners?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we know quite a few of those.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we know Josh Owens, Tyler Woods, of course, a number of others in there as well. So, believe me, when we're actually bringing a show to New Zealand coming out of North Carolina, Jodie Medford and Southern Halo, and of course one of the moonshiners, Josh Owens, is going to come along and make us a couple of brews while they're here in New Zealand.
Oh, man, that's fun, dude. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, Billy, I tell you what, you never know. We might be able to hook you guys up, get you over here at the same time.
Oh, heck yeah. Just make it one big party.
Yeah, exactly, literally. And of course, Josh is going to be sending us over one of his own personally made stills ahead of time. So, well, you never know, we might blow ourselves up yet. You never know. Guys, it has been an absolute pleasure, and I've got to thank your manager as well, Michelle Williams, for bringing you here to Galaxy 107 FM. Got to welcome you to the Galaxy family.
Well, thanks so much. We're glad to be a part of it. Yeah, man.
Nice.
This has been fun.
Absolutely loved it. I really, really do. And so looking forward to meeting you in the future. Brand spanking new work. We will follow you in your careers. We really, really will. And we think you're going to go a long, long way. We really do. So please stay in touch with us. But in the meantime, don't go anywhere just yet. Because believe me, we've got a couple of things we're going to do. But being told I got to move on. Here's T-Rex, Children of the Revolution.